What are your thoughts on MRAs, men's rights activists?
Oh, I think it's highly stigmatized.
Hmm.
When I was in university, I was told many things by my feminist professor, and there's a lot of propaganda I see in the mainstream demonizing them. I think it's a propaganda campaign to hide the issues affecting men. So they misrepresent the MRA and stigmatize it. It's mostly because of the feminist juggernaut misrepresenting it. But when I've talked to the MRAs, like I've talked to many of them, all the issues are legitimate. Like they're not talking about entitlement to women's bodies, which is what I was told, and they're pro-rape. None of that is true. When I actually talk to them, they're talking about men's high suicide rates. They're like 75%, 90% of the homeless, 93% of the workplace deaths, half the domestic violence victims, and there's no services for them. They're assumed to be perpetrators when they tried to get help for if they're the victim of sex assault. So it's like all these issues, one after the other, that are completely legitimate, and I feel that they've been very unfairly stigmatized, and I believe it's on purpose
Okay.
to demonize them.
Yeah. What would you say are the biggest issues facing men today?
Um, well, I've been a part of a national Canadian organization called the Canadian Centre for Men and Families, and
Hmm.
I've been with them for many years. And about 80% of the service requests are all related to family law.
Hmm.
So that would be the number one issue. But everything else stems from that. Like a lot of the homeless comes from men being railroaded through family court or not being helped with domestic violence services.
Hmm.
Most of the suicide, I believe. So that would be the main issue is family court. But all the other issues, like the lack of services for domestic violence, are all related to that one issue of family law.
Okay.
Definitely. And the false accusations, too, and the wrongful convictions are definitely related. A lot of women leverage false accusations in family court, and I've seen men be convicted as sex offenders because they were winning in family court, and so the woman just arbitrarily threw in accused the man of being a sex offender, and it was just to win in family court. So this man is now in jail. It's really unfair.